Welcome back from the break. You're still watching NTV Sport Nights from Hamz Nakivubo War Memorial Grounds. What a long name, but it is indeed a beautiful place. This is NTV Sport Nights, proudly sponsored by our new partner, Predator, that helps you with your hustle, giving you energy to achieve your goals. Joining us now is Mr. Sewankambo, the resident stadium engineer. And I'll just put you on the spot. Someone here is already asking. Jonez is saying, but are those stadium lights or stadium torches, ye of little faith? Good evening, Mr. Sewankambo.
Good evening, Mabel. How are you?
I'm well. So many Ugandans, I think seeing is believing, or touching, you know, as they say, the people like to touch in order to believe. So is this real or is this not real?
I want to tell everyone that whatever they are seeing is real. These are
proper lights.
Proper lights, and have been certified and tested. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think the gentleman has not been able to see the floodlights. He's only seeing the lights.
The lights?
Yeah, but there are actually 4 towers of floodlights lighting at the facility. So.
Okay, so we are preparing for this mega launch come June 1st. What can the Ugandan public expect on that day, and what has the journey been like?
It's been a long journey, but with a lot of patience and God's will, we have managed to pull it off. On the 1st of June 2023, I think it's about 1 week from now.
Slightly more than a week.
2024, Ivan.
2024.
Yeah, so all Ugandans are invited in their different capacities. We shall have a lot of activities. Gates will be open at as early as 7, and the activities will start as early as 9. And we shall have lots of top artists in the country, top comedians. We shall have test matches of basketball, netball. We shall have test matches of boxing and kickboxing. We shall have test football matches. We have matches between the SC Villa and the FC Express. We shall have a test match between the URA FC and Chitara. We shall have Gola Moses, the champion, versus the champion Semata. We shall have boxing between Zebra and Seguia, and lots of arts till late. As
Isma was telling us earlier, you have sport, but you also have the other side of sport to attract everyone, and you did mention that it's a family event. Andrew, I can see you have a burning question.
Not burning yet, we are still in fanfare. Ivan, it looks like, as you speak, I'm like, I need to be here. So what do you guys hope to achieve on that day? I know it's test matches, but what do you intend to achieve on that day?
On that day, management hopes to thoroughly test the capacity of the stadium and the capacity of other sports events that will take place. Like capacity of the gates, capacity of everything. Yes.
Sure, it is testing, like you say, but looking at everything and the capacity, the facilities all in place, preparing for the grand opening.
Yeah, all the facilities are in place. The events organizers have been alerted, and they are in grand preparations.
Speaking of facilities, that will involve security of the place, because looking around, the stadium is surrounded by arcades and a lot of action happening. People are running their errands, shopping, and what have you. How is the environment going to be on the grand opening? Are they closing for the grand opening?
We are not closing any business. Management is organizing full-scale security, including stewards, Uganda police. All have been brought together to handle that day. and all business around will remain intact and will go on as usual.
Because we came in a little bit early, and I happened to bump into Marusemata. He was in the gym training, and for me, probably you have so many events happening, but the biggest event of the night, or the one that catches my eye, is the fight between Ibrahim Chitak and Zebra Senyage, because that is a national title fight. So they'll be vying for the super welterweight vacant title. But it's a facility that gives you a basketball, but also gives you a netball. And then there's also a provision for boxing. My question would be, how many people are you expecting on that day? And will they only be occupying the open space, the stands, and all that? How many people are you anticipating, or are you preparing for that will be coming? Because you don't have only sports, but you also have the music, and I've called it a carnival, and all that.
Our capacity currently is 20,000 Ugandans.
That's for the seats?
Yes, for the seats.
So are we going to have a scenario of sold out tickets? Like they are sold out 20,000 and none can come in because that's related to security?
Sure.
This being on that day, we are going to have multi activities taking place. So since we are having electronic ticketing, we expect that some people will be enjoying activities of the morning, they will move out, then some will come. Because we're having matches in the evening, we have a test match of the day and a test match of the night. So you expect that some people will be going out, some coming in, depending on whatever someone is, which activity that someone is interested in.
We already know the football teams that will be playing here. We know the boxing match, the kickboxing match. You've talked about basketball and netball. Have the organizers confirmed, for instance, the basketball teams and netball teams that will be part of that arrangement, or not yet?
Yes, they have confirmed. The management has confirmed, together with the concerned federations. Okay. Yes.
You mind sharing? No, not yet.
Which teams have been confirmed, maybe?
The football teams.
No, I mean the other sports, basketball. And
for basketball, we have KIU Titans and Jaguars versus Jaguars. Then we have Namblazers versus UCU Lady Cannons. Netball, we have KCCA versus Weyonje. We have Prisons versus Nick.
Yeah, maybe just the basketball fixtures again. Namongo Blazers will be playing against the KIU Titans. That's for the men. Then for the ladies, the UCU Lady Cannons will be playing against the JT Lady Jaguars, if I'm not mistaken.
Should be.
Is that the proper order, or I'm just mixing them up?
No, you might be mixing them up, but it's fine. All teams will be here on that day.
Okay. I have one of the teams, the matches that are going to be here is Express versus newly crowned champions, SC Villa. Any chance that this is going to be Villa's home? Because, well, great memories here for SC Villa Club.
Especially because we saw the president of Villa the other day here with
the former president of Express
and Mr. Ham as well.
That's an arrangement between management and the concerned teams.
And the concerned teams.
The communication will come through any time from now.
Yeah, maybe because we are speaking to an engineer, and maybe I'll throw in one here. The most expensive ticket on the day is going for 5 million Uganda shillings, and those are the people who will be occupying the executive wings, or what you would call sky boxes elsewhere.
Executive boxes.
Executive boxes. What's special about these executive boxes by our Uganda standards? Are they the standards that one should expect, or just try to shed light for us?
Just like the word executive sounds. You have self-contained, you have washrooms in there. They can contain up to 20 or more people, comfortably seated, and you can have coffee in there. You can have all the refreshment that you'll need, all the attendance that you'll need as an executive member of Nakivubo Stadium on that day.
The 5, I don't know, whichever amount you're talking about, but on the day, if someone pays for that executive box, Is it only for that day, or they can sleep the night over and even tomorrow have breakfast or something?
It will be for that day. It will be for that day.
Okay.
But you can choose to pay for the whole year.
Exactly, that's the point I wanted to come to. Because, for example, Liverpool, the director's boxes, this is what, 2016. Each box was 250,000 pounds.
A season.
A season. So you had players that had long left, like Suarez, but they still had their boxes there. So you would come with your family, whichever. So like you've paid for it, so you close it, you open it at your own time, right?
Yeah, it can happen, but that will be an arrangement with management of Hamz Stadium. Yes.
Think about
Maybe now, Ivan, we can shift some gears. Beyond Uganda and hosting Ugandan sports, which, by the way, I'm happy because I know the old Nakivubo and I see this today. So what's the dream? Do you stop at just hosting Ugandan events, or when you are constructing this, I say you and your team, did you have any plans of hosting international events, for example, AFCON, World Cup qualifiers? Is it in the plans?
Why would a multi-billion facility like this one be put up?
Multi-billion in shillings?
In dollars?
No.
Why would it be constructed when it's just local for local content only?
Yeah.
When we were constructing and planning for this, we were aiming at global sports.
Would you say you're ready for it?
We are ready for it.
Are you ready to host AFCON 2027?
Very ready, and that has been certified.
By who?
You've seen different teams coming in here.
Ivan, no, it hasn't been certified.
That has been done.
Do you have the CAF checklist?
Please, that one you will cross-check with management.
No, because we are supporting you as Nakivubo, as Ugandans, but we also want to be honest representatives of the country, because we want it. We really want to host AFCON, and we want it here. One of the things on the checklist here is the artificial turf is not allowed. The other one is a media tribunal. I've not seen one. Maybe you'll show it to
now,
us.
I want to tell you something. FIFA recognizes 3 types of turfs.
Yes.
We have a natural grass turf, artificial, and a hybrid.
Hybrid, yes, I know hybrid.
In their recommendations, first what you have here is currently an artificial turf. And these matches taking place here have been sanctioned by a federation that is under FIFA. And to your satisfaction, I believe we are almost there.
I'm sorry I'm speaking too much, Ivan. I know locally this stadium can host matches locally. The league, like local federations, reserve the right to actually sanction these kind of matches. There's a reason a CAF Champions League group game can't be hosted at Kitende, or they take them to Nambole when you go to certain stage. So this one, why I'm asking is, we need to be honest and not reach the day and say, oh no, Nakivubo has been rolled out. Because when you look at the checklist, because I have a checklist on my phone here, and in terms of AFCON, Nakivubo is not there yet. Maybe you'll adjust to get there, but currently, most of the, you have the floodlights and all, but I have the checklists. It's not there. For example, arriving here is quite some, it takes special art to get here. Now, if we are, let me just logically put it to you. If Nakivubo is to host AFCON, the day there's a match, no business around here will operate. And I say this with the experience of covering AFCON. All these roads will close, all the businesses will close. Now, CAF cannot allow that.
Concerning the roads, Nakivubo is in the middle of a non-motorized zone. And looking at the environment around, with all these roads that are non-motorized, people will peacefully walk in here whenever we have such useful matches.
Have you been at any international event, football?
I'm an engineer, but some of those questions will be best answered by the manager.
Because I ask that because I know it for a fact that if there are games, Nakivubo and its entire environment will not be open. Like it will not, and the accessibility, one of the main reasons CAF actually raised, and if you go to the management, they'll show you some of the red flags, is accessibility. The reason Nambole, which has all the access roads that you can think of, was closed. It was that as well, which they have now worked on. Now, I'm not asking these questions to bring down Nakivubo. The work you've done is great. It's immense from where we're coming. But we also need to be honest to the country and tell them, hey, we are working towards that, but we are not there yet.
But maybe I can also come in here and ask for, because I've seen a question online from John Sempala, asking about where people will park on that day. If you're saying it's like a family day, people can come for the whole day. How will people who know Kampala, you know, Andrew is talking about international people who will not know Kampala, but for the Kampalans and maybe for the people in wider Kampala or even just Ugandans out of the center who will want to come and be part of the mega launch on 1st June, how would they get here? You know, yes, where would you advise people to park? Would you say, you know, some events you'll go to and on the card they'll tell you there's no parking available. So you know you have to find, park at your own risk. So how would you advise people to come here?
Maybe also to supplement maybe on your question, the parking area, how many cars can it take for this facility?
Now, we have parking for VVIPs, for the executives, and we have parking on the surrounding buildings, plus the fact that Nakivubo is in the center of non-motorized zone. People are free to walk to park anywhere and come
and walk
and enjoy the activities that are going on. Yes.
Actually, one of the CAF requirements for those international games is on top of the VIP and all, parking for 2 buses at least and all, there needs to be space for people who are coming to watch games. For
park their cars?
Yes. There needs to be that space as well. And
of late, if you go to the latest manuals of FIFA, it has not been a major requirement.
Actually, it is.
The fact that it is a control measure.
They restrict cars that can come into the facility.
Yes. No, I get you, Ivan. They don't say the whole city come and park here, but the provision is there for those that are allowed.
Yes. The provision is there and you have provided.
Yes.
Thank you.
Clive asked the number of cars that can be parked, at least for the space that you have.
At least for the space that we have, you can have parking for over 15,000 cars.
15,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait a minute. This stadium capacity is 20,000 people. You have capacity for 15,000 cars, Ivan. That doesn't.
Where is that parking?
One car takes space for what? 20 people or 10?
And they have it here.
No, they have the parking, but not 15,000 cars.
Maybe the other, since most of the games that are going to happen here are described as, or the event is described as a test event. And Andrew asked earlier, and you actually said that business around the stadium is going to go on as normal. If the event is a test event, don't you think it would have been probably logical to close business around the facility, like it will be in the event that you're given the license to host AFCON, as you believe? Because if you're going to, then that means the business around the facility will be closed. Of course, you don't have control over business that is outside the facility, but you have control over business around the facility.
I want to cut you short on that. No business will be closed on match days, please.
Which match days?
On any event that will happen around Nakivubo.
Okay.
We don't have anything like closing business on that day.
No, I think what Ivan is saying, events organized here that do not require the
international approval.
Yes, from CAF and FIFA, no business will be, and that you have it within your rates as the management.
All events we shall not close business.
Unless you're going to do a parallel event to CAF, because according to CAF, all those businesses around here, the roads around Nakivubo will be open to people coming to games, not for business.
Yes.
Okay, let's go
because
back.
It doesn't make sense on events like that, and you have to close business. We shall not be closing business.
It really doesn't make sense.
Will give us,
but maybe you can ready the
we'll be able to see what will happen on 1st June. But I believe for Ugandans who are pessimistic, isn't this a time now for them to be patriotic, especially about sport, to see such possibly, a local investor do something, spend some billions, whether shillings or dollars?
Is that to Ivan or?
Yes, I'm asking Ivan, yes, about the event and possibly how significant it is for Ugandans, pessimistic Ugandans, the Ugandans who have been pessimistic, not pessimistic Ugandans, to become more patriotic now, seeing a local investor and us having local events with local Ugandan entertainment, local stars.
That's the reason for that day. That's why we are opening the stadium to the public, so the public can appreciate the work done, can appreciate the investment that has been achieved as by a Ugandan.
Maybe also to just try to paint a picture for somebody who's wondering what we are discussing. When we were growing up, outside football, two special events used to happen here. We might have been very young for our parents to bring us, but one of those was Echitobero and Echibitu.
And boxing.
Yeah, Echitobero now. Those were purely concerts, like they would open the gates, like I said, as early as 7 a.m. in the morning, and actually the concerts would end 7 a.m. the following day.
In fact, even the annual prayers,
they have tried to spice it up with now sporting events. You have 2 games of football, you have a boxing match, you have a kickboxing match, you have 2 basketball games, you have netball games, which are going to be happening here. So on top of enjoying music, I'm told there's now a registration table for musicians who want to perform. There are those musicians that have been confirmed, but now there's a table where musicians are actually registering. So you will be able to come not only to enjoy sports, but also enjoy all these other things. And for somebody who was asking, isn't 50 too much? Now that's for the ordinary ticket. I think for me that is very little money for you to watch 2 football games, to watch 2 basketball games, to watch a netball game, and watch your favorite musicians performing on that day.
Yeah. So.
And for me, this is my final word to Ivan and the management of Ham. I might be asking these questions and you're thinking, Andrew doesn't wish us well. I'm one of those who actually had doubts when the stadium was taken over by you. And I have to say I'm happy that at least you proved those who were doubting wrong, and the stadium is here. I never thought, because there's a precedent or history of when things like these are demolished, they never come back. So you have defied that, and I congratulate you on that. But I ask these questions to make us better, to make us more accountable to Uganda, and to be honest about how we do things. Let's not promise things that we are not ready to offer or fulfill, but let's celebrate what we have achieved. So I ask those questions deliberately to ensure that Ugandans know what it is now and what will happen and what won't happen.
Okay, so as we end, how can Ugandans get those electronic tickets?
All tickets are sold around Nakivubo Ham shopping ground.
Okay.
Yes.
So they just have to come and...
They just have to come around.
Okay.
We have several...
And they're already on sale now, or they'll be on sale?
They're already on sale now.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay then.
For those who are driving here, draw for them a map, because I'll tell you, it wasn't fun driving here today. Just paint a picture for people who are driving to Nakivubo. How do they drive here?
Especially the Montua ones, the one who's paying 50k.
The one who's paying 50k.
Or should they leave their cars home? Or?
Now, to explain to people like Andrew, because it seems you don't move around town.
I walk here, I don't drive here.
So, you have options. You can drive, you can walk, because we have an unmotorized zone around. You can hire a motorcycle to Nakivubo. Anything that is easy for you.
Okay, thank you.
It's accessible.
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer. Thank you for hosting us here. Thank you for allowing us to come. We here on set and the entire crew behind the camera. So we do appreciate, and Ugandans out there, please come in large numbers on 1st of June and testify of what you have seen. I've seen there are so many comments here, lots of doubters still. So you buy your ticket and be here on June 1st. NTV Sport Nights takes a short break. We are proudly sponsored by Predator, the energy drink, which you can get for only 2,000 shillings. Energy for your hustle. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.